Hi guys, welcome to Rain's Place. What I'm going to do today is make some mini beef pot pies in my Wolfgang Puck pie maker. What you guys at home might not know about me is that I am a huge kitchen gadgets lover. My family knows, and I have all kinds of things. Waffle makers and pie makers and cake makers. So I don't know why, but I normally I don't show you guys these things, but I decided I have a lot of these pies to make, so I will show you what I'm going to do. Okay, first of all, I have some leftover beef stew that I made the other night for dinner, and it was so good. So I'm going to use that as my filling. I have some store-bought pie crust. And I have some wax paper down here that I'm going to use to cut my doughs out with my my pie shells. It's a cutter. And I got some aluminum foil strips that I'll just show you real quick what I'm going to do with those. I'm just going to fold these. And I'm going to fit them in here like this. And that is just so that I can remove the finished pies without burning myself. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can get them out with a mitt. If you have, a mitt, you can do that. But I'm just going to go like this. You want the flat side facing your pie. And if you're careful, it won't scratch up your nonstick either. You can preheat them. You don't really have to. I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to open up these pie doughs. I had them sitting out here for about 25 minutes or so, just to get them to room temperature so that when I roll them out they don't crack. So let me, and the wax paper is again not necessary, but I feel like it just makes it, cleanup's easier. It doesn't stick. If it sticks to it, you can pick up the whole piece of wax paper and get it out of there. Okay, so what I do is I my pie crust down, and then I have just this little pastry roller. You could use a regular rolling pin, a glass, anything really. And I'm just flattening it out a little bit. Okay. Okay, so this is the pie cutter. This is the bottom piece of dough you need, and then the top is a smaller one. So I'm just going to cut out two bottoms. And I'll get them in. Now, you can spray it a little bit. I think I'm going to. This is just some vegetable spray. And I don't remember if I did this or not because honestly it's been a while since I made them. But I love this machine. And then it seems like when the kids, all left, I just didn't bother with doing this kind of thing. Which really, I should be doing them more because they're nice little individual servings. But also what I wanted to say is that it makes great, like apple pies or cherry pies or, anything. Sky's the limit. In fact, I'm probably going to start doing some more stuff with my gadgets so that you guys can see. Now, again, these don't have to fit in here perfectly. They don't have to be pretty because it's all about what they taste like, and I guarantee you they're going to taste delicious. Okay. So, we'll roll this out a little bit. Make my top. That's one. And on this one, That's 2. Okay, so we're set. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to put our filling in here. And again, mine is just a leftover beef stew. Chicken pies would be delicious. I don't know, I really like the beef stew ones the best. Those are my favorite. Okay, so don't be afraid. Fill it up. And then the Wolfgang puck machine is a little bit nicer than some of the other brands that are out there, because I'll show you when I remove these from here, but it's got a pretty deep well, so you can get you know, a decent portion size out of this. Some of those other ones, I also have the Bella. It has 4 little ones in it, and that's nice too, but it's to me that's more of a dessert one, because it's a shallower, you know, you don't maybe need a pie this big, but you know, you can do this for dinner. So all you do is just press it down a little bit. You don't really have to, because it's going to crimp once you lock it in. And that's it. I'm going to close the top on it, lock the handle down. I'm going to plug my machine in, and I'm going to set my kitchen timer for 13 minutes, and then I'll bring it back in here with me, and we'll see what the finished product looks like. Alright guys, we'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay guys, we're back. I don't know what happened. I've already taken 2 out of the pie maker, and for some reason it didn't, I don't know if I didn't hit the button, but it didn't record. So I have 2 more in here now, and the timer just went off, and I'm going to show you something that I learned. Okay, so we put them on here and pull them out. Now, what I forgot about the pie maker is that if you see the difference, see how nicely cooked this one is, and this one not so much? That's because I have to fill them more, so that the tops of the pie are hitting the tops of the maker. So I'm just going to throw those other 2 ones in my Oster oven and just brown those tops a bit. I'm not concerned about that, not even one bit. But what we can do is we can get some more, and then here, the little slings help pick them up, so you don't have, you know, any problem getting them out. But that's it. I'm going to move this over to the side. We're going to roll out some more pie. And let's see. So we made 4 already, and that was out of 1 package of pie, so 2 crusts. Super simple. Go for your pie filling. In fact, I like this so much, this pie maker, although I haven't used it in a while. When I decided to make the stew the other night, and I was thinking about doing these, I thought, I really wish that I could get the pie maker that has 4 wells in it, just so it would be quicker. And I went online, and I found it. I found it at HSN, and it wasn't that bad. In fact, it was $10 off the original price. And so I bought one of those, and it should be here actually tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to roll this out just a little bit. It just flattens down all the edges. And we need 2 bottoms. I'm going to roll it out a little more. And then we're going to need 2 tops. So okay, and then that's 1 top, and again, I don't really care about how pretty it looks, because I just want it to taste good. I don't know how the weather has been where you guys are, but here in northeastern Pennsylvania, it has been pretty darn cold, and something like this really will hit the spot on a cold night. So I'm going to, I got some crumbs on it, it's okay. I'm going to add a little more. I'm going to see my kids this weekend. They're coming for a visit, so you know, probably my son will like to take a couple of these home. Okay, so we got 2 tops and 2 bottoms. We're just going to throw, let me grab more foil real quick. Okay, so all I did was I took 2 tiny pieces of foil, and then I'm going to fold them in thirds. And if you've never done this without the foil, it is 10 times easier to do it with the foil. These just make it come out so much easier. And this was a little tip that Wolfgang Puck showed when he was presenting this. Okay, so you just make the little foil slings. Go down in there. I was worried when I first got the machine that I was going to scratch the non-stick surface, but you know what? It was so hard to get them out without the slings. I don't even care. If it gets scratched, it gets scratched. I don't think it will. It hasn't yet. And I've had this machine probably, I don't know, the better part of 2 years at least, maybe more. I'm not really sure. It's got to be more than that because the kids were still home when I did this, and my kids have gone to college and are out of college. My youngest is married with babies of her own, so let's see. Okay, so again, I'm going to fill these a little bit more than I did the other ones because I want the tops to be mounded up so that they hit the top of here and brown nicely. So I don't have to put them in the oven like I have to do the other ones. And honestly, that's my own fault. I haven't used this in a long time, and I didn't read the instructions. I thought I could just remember, but I could not. Okay, let's see. I'm wondering if that's going to do it. Let's see. Think that'll be enough? Let's see. I think it'll. Either it'll be enough or it'll make a huge mess, but I'm game either way. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to close it, clamp it, set my timer, and I'll come back here in 13 minutes and we'll see if that browned nicer. Okay guys, it's 13 minutes. Oh yeah, that's what we needed, more filling. It's all bubbling out of the side. I don't care, they're nice and golden brown. Yes. Okay, let me grab my plate real quick. I put the other 2 with the not so done tops over on a cookie sheet. And I'm just going to wait until they're all done to make sure I don't have any others that have to go in there with it. And I only have enough filling now for 1 more pie. So, look at those. Those are incredible looking. I took all my scraps and I rolled them out. Oops, I almost forgot to put the tin foil on. That would be horrible. And the reason I, again, didn't put the other ones in the oven is because I don't have a whole lot of filling, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to pile it up that high. So, I figured I'll wait, and then if I have to go under the broiler, they can all go together. Try not to burn yourself once the pan's heated. But, okay. In goes your bottom pie filling. I mean your bottom pie crust. I got filling on the mind, can you tell? In goes that. Then the rest of my filling. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I mean, it's definitely enough for a pie, but I don't know if it's enough to give me that hump I need to hit the top. Let's see. Maybe not, but it's okay. Again, they're not the prettiest looking pie things because they're made of the leftovers, but again, who cares when they look like that to eat? I'm going to close this one down. I'm going to set my timer again for 13 minutes, and then I'll pop those last ones in the broiler. But What do you guys think? Making you hungry? It's a beef pot pie, and I guarantee that it is better than those ones you buy at the supermarket. I will, in the description box below, I will include the link to my beef stew recipe. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I'm happy that you guys interact with me, and I'm happy to answer. I try to answer as quickly as possible. Sometimes it takes me a day or two, but I definitely will get back to you. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will be doing some chicken pot pies with a kind of unusual sauce, but something that I enjoy. And I've never used it in a pot pie before, but I'm going to. So be on the lookout for my chicken pot pie recipe. And I'll be using my new Wolfgang puck with the 4 wells in it. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to show you guys. Let me fix this camera just a little bit. I told you about the Wolfgang puck ones. Do you see how deep those are? I mean, that's a couple fingers high. That's a meal, you know? That's not like those little pie dessert maker things. This is, I mean, you definitely could make a dessert in it, but that's definitely a meal-sized pot pie. You put a salad with that, or, I mean, for me, I could eat that alone with nothing on the side, but if you have a bigger appetite than me, you might want to put a salad on the side or something, and you're good to go. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like my gadget. Give it a thumbs up. Please share this video with your friends, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that red subscribe button. Alright guys, I look forward to sharing more gadgets and recipes with you. See you soon.